Hello everyone and welcome back to Currency Bliss. Today we will be talking about the history of the Birds of Canada series, and we'll also be showing you the pickups I got today, which are part of the Birds of Canada series. I got every denomination from 2 to 50 today. So yeah, we'll be talking about those extensively as well. So let's get to the history. So the series started in 1986. It aimed to replace the multicolor series of the 70s. Accurate color printing displayed by the innovative color copiers of the earlier 1980s made counterfeiting of the series before this more prominent. Um, in order to combat the counterfeits, a color shifting patch or a sticker was used, which was an important feature that was added on to these banknotes to prevent the advanced photocopiers from being able to replicate this bill. The sticker changes colors, often from gold to green, to make it very difficult to replicate and easily distinguishable. Further security features, such as the larger portraits, were made to be able to easily identify aspects of the portraits, such as details of the face and hair. Raised ink on the large number, the shoulders of the portrait, and the two horizontal bars that run the length of the note also represent a distinctive security feature in this series. Birds of Canada moved to a more modern, simplified design for convenience, implementing big serial numbers and letters to make it easily identifiable. The notes aim to capture Canada's complex natural biodiversity, making them an icon for their time. The long production of these notes was also what made them so iconic. The last printed bill in the series stopped production in 2004. This series of notes was also the last to include 2 and 1,000. So first we're going to start by showing you guys the $2 note and talking about the $2 note. So the $2 note's the one on the top here. The $2 note is marked the second release in the series, and it features a portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, engraved by Henry S. Doubtfire of De La Rue, based on a photograph by Anthony Buckley. Adjacent to the portrait is a vignette of the Parliament buildings, and the back is pretty much just like robins. I can show you guys a closer look now. So there's the back, and there's the front. Last thing about this bill was that it was discontinued on February 18th, the $2 bill was discontinued on February 18th, 1996 with the introduction of the toonie. So now we're moving on to the $5 note. So the $5 note was first issued on April 1986. As the inaugural note of the series, the $5 bill displays a distinguished engraving of Sir Wilfrid Laurier, who was a former Canadian Prime Minister. The engraving was by Yves Barrel, and the background features the center block of the Parliament as it appeared during Laurier's tenure, complete with the historical red ensign. This choice briefly sparked public debate, with some mistaking the flag for a foreign symbol. So on the reverse, we can see a belted kingfisher, which is known, which is an artistic celebration of Canada's freedom, because it's kind of like a free bird type deal, you know? But yeah, there it is. And there's the front again. Kind of a closer look. So next we have the $10 note. which was oh yeah, the $5 note was withdrawn in March 27, 2002. So the $10 note was issued on June 1989 and was printed by the British American Banknote Company. So the $10 note depicts Sir John A. Macdonald, Canada's first Prime Minister, through an engraving done by Thomas Hipchen of the U.S. Bureau of Engraving and Printing. So it's kind of interesting in that sense. The company vignette captures Parliament right there. And yeah, the reverse is an osprey, which is a very interesting bird. Yeah, I always thought the reverse on this note is probably one of my favorites in the series, but yeah. The $10 note was discontinued on January 7th, 2001. So moving on, we have the $20 note. The $20 note was issued on June 1993. This note has the refined portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, but it pairs it with a vignette of the Library of Parliament. So we can see the vignette of the Library of Parliament right here and the portrait right there. So the Library of Parliament is known as Canada's iconic fountain of knowledge, or that's what some people have seen. And on the reverse, we can see two common loons, which are initially considered for the sorry. And they pretty much represent the country's wilderness. So this note was withdrawn on September 29th, 2004. And here's another closer look at the back and a closer look at the front. And now we're moving on. So the last one is the $50 note. The $50 note was issued on December 1989. And it was the first in the series to incorporate optical security devices, reflecting advancements in counterfeit deterrence. The note features an engraving of William Lionel Mackenzie King by Thomas Hipchen and a Parliament vignette with the red ensign flying. So we can see that him right here, the Prime Minister, and then we see the vignette on the right. So the reverse actually has a snowy owl, which we can see right here. And it just says Canada. The note was withdrawn on November 17th, 2004. So yeah, here's a closer look at the front, closer look at the back. And yeah, that pretty much concludes my video for the Birds of Canada series. You will be seeing at least shorts of the $100 and the $1,000 bill once I get them, because I like to post all currency that I get. So yeah, I look forward to communicating with you guys in the comments, and stay tuned for more of my videos, and have a nice day. Bye.